Great people. Okay. Hi, I'm LaTonya Williams, Spencer City Council member, City of Spencer, Oklahoma, and I'm here to deliver some great news to you. We know that this environment, we have a lot of people who are underemployed or unemployed. And what popped up today is a great answer, I believe, to that problem. So I'm here at Rose State College. You all familiar with this 2-year wonderful institution here in Oklahoma. And this is where a lot of the training happens for waste and wastewater plants throughout the state. So I'm gonna let these people introduce themselves to you. And by the way, we're not planning this. We're flying by the seat of our pants. So if you don't like it, come on, work with us. It's gonna be great. So we have first Whitney Alvis here, and would you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Yes, Whitney Alvis. I'm the Workforce Development Senior Director at Rose State.
Okay, and what does that job entail?
All kinds of workforce initiatives. So we work directly with industry to figure out what their needs are and really try to develop individual, customized trainings that fit their needs.
Okay, good. And next to Whitney, we have Mr. Bill Clark.
My name is Bill Clark. I'm the Environmental Coordinator Director. I'm responsible for training people to operate water and wastewater plants and basically running the program, bringing in instructors, scheduling classes. We provide training from A through A level, which is the highest level, through D level, which is entry level. Like anybody can come in and spend 4 days in class and be able to operate, be able to work at a water and wastewater treatment facility.
Wow. Now, Bill has been here, he told me in our conversation, he has been training for 16 years.
Almost 16 years is coming October. 16
years. And you may want to ask, you may be asking, well, what precipitated this? Well, Facebook did. And there was a wonderful ad this morning, early in the AM, and it said free Class D certification training. And I'm gonna let them tell you a lot more about this because this opportunity is amazing. So stay tuned. So can you tell us more about that?
What kind of precipitated this is we were getting phone calls and emails from employers all over the state saying, do you have any people, do you have any graduates, do you have any people that we need operators desperately? The workforce is retiring. Midwest City, I think they told us they're losing half of their workforce over the next 2 or 3 years. These are people that's operating their water plants and their wastewater plants because they're about to retire. So the city of Norman is in the same situation. I was talking to an instructor this morning. They're gonna, in the next 3 or 4 years, they're gonna lose like 5 or 6 operators to retirement. We've been contacted by Viola Water, which is a contractor that operates Oklahoma City's wastewater plants. And they said they're desperate for operators. One of our instructors in Barterville said that they got 3 or 4 open positions. So we all got together and we decided, well, why don't we put on free training for people that don't have jobs or underemployed, and then there'd be no cost to them. You know, we're going to cover the cost of the classes, the test fee, and then we worked out an agreement with the employers that they will come in on May 13th, which will be like a mini job fair, and they will interview and talk to the graduates of the class.
So what I'm hearing is not only have you all developed the pathway to acquire this D-level, entry-level certification for this, you've also maintained the relationships with potential job sources who have stated they will pay for this cost. So is there any cost at all to anyone who's interested in this?
Zero
Not a
cost.
penny.
Not a penny.
I gotta ask you that again because you guys, you need to hear that again. Is there any cost?
Not a penny.
No cost.
No. The whole point is to really get rid of that, like to take on that risk, for us to take on that risk for people who are not sure, who think that it might be a fit and want to try it, want to get training, but do not have the cash to put it out there and risk it. We're trying to take on that risk for them to get to a group of people in the potential workforce that we're just not able to tap right now, and industry is not able to find them and tap into them either. So
and piggybacking on what you're saying, you know, whenever you're going for a job, some people ask you for the training cost or application fee or any other cost, and it is associated with that. So Rose State has determined that they're going to take on that risk for you. And what are the requirements for those who want to sign up for this? Do you have to have a GED or high school diploma, or?
They need to be 18 years of age or older. I don't think there's any maximum age.
Yay for me!
Yeah, me too. And then they got to have a high school diploma or GED. The employer will do a background check and drug test on them because you're working at facilities around hazardous chemicals and stuff, and they'll drive in company vehicles, so the employer will do a drug test, have a drug test done and a background check, and they'll need to pass those for the employer, not for the training, but if they get hired, that's what the employer's going to do. And just basically attend the class and attend all 4 days, pass the test, which is it's a state certification test that they'll take. It'll be the D-Water, the second day of the D-Water class, they'll take their state test in the afternoon, and they'll do the same thing on Thursday in the afternoon for their D-Wastewater, and they need to get a 70% or better on that.
Okay.
That's all, so basically, be in class every day, you know, the whole time the class is going on, take the test and pass the test.
And this is 4 days of training.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
4 days of training.
Yeah.
And what is the time frame of those?
It'll be, the class starts at 8 and goes till 5. So it'll be 8 to 5 every day. They'll get an hour for lunch.
And we spoke earlier about the salary range, potential expectation that you can expect once you pass the certification, done the training certification, everything that's necessary to hiring and your own. So what is the beginning range potentially?
High teens in general, so anywhere from 15 to 21, with the high teens being kind of more the norm.
4 days of training, and
within 3 years, if you move up to the next level, you're talking $25 an hour, and it's only up from there.
Okay, because this is the
Entry level.
Entry level.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've got C, B, and A.
They actually, as they work at the job, after they're for a year, they can get their C, test for their C certification. That's going to give them a bump in pay. Then their B, as they're there 3 years. So basically, in 5 years, they potentially could have an A license and make $35,000, $40,000, $50,000, depending on where they work.
See, Dr. Seuss ABCs has never been so kind. Think about that.
Yes.
And okay, so we want to talk about the benefits of these jobs with the municipalities. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Most of the municipalities where they work when even the contractors, they have excellent benefit plans. It's almost always paid medical for the employee, and then they also can get for their family, and it kind of varies from employer to employer, but they'll have to subsidize that sum, but the employer sometimes subsidize a little bit, and they also get their insurance, their life insurance paid for.
Wow.
You know, so there's usually 401ks. It kind of varies too, so that your employer sometimes contributes to that. So the benefit package is really excellent. A lot of times, of course, it varies a lot of time with the pay, but it's usually very good.
Right, and a lot of people try to get their positions with municipalities because the pay may not be as well as they thought it was going to be, but the benefits are amazing. And in this time, that's something you want to look at. So keep that in mind. This is not just about your hourly salary or potential increase in that. This is also about the other specifics that really help you live your life well. Insurance, health insurance. We know that's a great concern now. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
So when we go, if they get their, when they get their license, does that allow them to work? Are they limited to spaces or counties or?
No,
No,
they'll
ma'am.
get an Oklahoma operator certification to work at any water plant or any wastewater plant in the state or wastewater system. It doesn't have to be, like a lot of towns don't have a wastewater plant. They could have a lagoon system and they could have water wells. But that D-license of water, that D-water and D-wastewater license gives them the permission to work any water or wastewater facility in the state.
Wow. Look, to sum this up, this is a great opportunity for you to get out, get access to training, livelihood that wouldn't ordinarily be offered to you. So how do they begin this process? Who do they contact and what's the number?
training@rose.com.
You say it again.
training@rose.com.
Is there a phone number or is that the best way to do it?
That's probably the best way because there's all kinds of contact information on there.
Okay, and is there a cutoff date? Is today the cutoff date?
Today is the day that we would like to have applications in, but I anticipate that we will also be offering this again.
Okay, okay. So
Do not let a date drive not calling us.
look at that. Do not let a date stop you from calling, but do not extend this date out to infinitum.
No.
Okay, come on and jump on
We do
it.
still have spots for May 9th.
They do. They
We
do
do.
have spots available for May 9th, and I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm so
Yeah.
excited about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, I appreciate you all taking the time off to meet
Thank
with
you
me.
for coming.
Oh, yes,
We love
definitely.
Thank
it.
you, thank you,
We love
thank
the
you.
interest. We really appreciate
If
it.
there's anything that we can do to help spread the word, we are here to help do that.
Okay.
And look, there are times when opportunities are offered and you feel maybe you're not ready. They've removed the risk. So you don't have to worry about if you're ready, you just need to contact. Just show up and let's see what happens. Thank you so much. This is LaTonya Williams, Spencer City Council, saying we'll see you around the city. Bye-bye.